Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Afika binti Salihuddin, metric number 1200605. In this video, I will talk about relations in discrete math and the example of relations in our life. So the relation is a subset of Cartesian products. Relation can represent the relationships between elements of sets. A relation from one set to another can be thought as a table that lists which elements of the first set relate to which elements of the second set. Relation between the two sets is defined as the collection of the ordered pair, in which the ordered pair is formed by the object from each set. It is usually written in set notation form with curly brackets. So the relation can be represented by many ways, and it also can be represented by set notation. This relation also can be represented by with a table, graph, and mapping diagram. There are many types of relations. The first one is empty relations. So empty relation happen when there is no element of set X is related to any element of X. Second one is identity relation. Identity relation happen if every element of set A is related to itself only. The third relation is universal relation. So universal relation happen if, let's say, A is universal relation, because in this full relation, every element of A is related to every element of A. The fourth relation is inverse relation. Inverse relation happen if R is a relation from set A to set B. The fifth relation is reflexive relation. Reflexive relation happen if every element of set A map to itself. The sixth relation is transitive relation. For example, if AB is elements of R and BC is elements of R, then AC will be elements of R for all ABC elements of R. And the seventh relation is symmetric relation. Symmetry is a relation R on a set A. If A, B elements of R, then BA elements of R for all A and B elements of R. So if a relation is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, then the relation is called equivalence relation. So this is the example of relation in one of the example of relation in our life. So there are two sets, which are set X and set Y. Set X contain Jackson, Mark, Ali, Jarjit, and Lee, while set Y contain English, Korean, Malay, Cantonese, and Tamil. And the relation between set X and set Y is who speaks what language, like this person speaks what language. So this relation where X is elements of X and Y elements of Y, and X is related to Y. So in this table we can see the relationship between set X, which person, and set Y, the language that they speak. And from this table we can also see that this relation is they have many to many relationships. So from this table, we can see that Jackson speaks English, Korean, and Cantonese. Mark speaks English and Korean, while Ali speaks English and Malay. Jarjit speaks English and Tamil, and the last one, Lee speaks English and Cantonese. So this is the set notation for the relation. In this set notation, you can see that Jackson speaks English. Jackson also speaks Korean. He also speaks Cantonese. Mark speaks English. Mark speaks Korean. Ali speaks English. Ali speaks Malay. Jarjit speaks English. Jarjit also speaks Tamil. And lastly, Lee speaks English and Lee also speaks Cantonese. So this is one of the example from our of relation in our life. So next is the conclusion. The conclusion for is that there are a lot of relations actually in our life. For example, customers buy groceries, customer purchase products, student has student ID, teacher teach subjects, student enroll in course. So it also show that relation is actually that we learn in discrete that is very useful in our life, and we will implement it one day. That's all from me. Thank you.